Christina, thank you for sitting with me today to tell us about your lifestyle change that you've made. I first want to ask you just to share a little bit about what you have done differently as far as your lifestyle in the last year or so, I guess it's been.
About a year and a half, 2 years ago, we started making the decision, my husband and I, that we wanted to eat healthier, that we wanted to get outside more and do some things like that. What we ended up doing was cooking more at home instead of eating out. That helped a little bit. What actually helped better than that was eating earlier. What we found was that when I was getting off work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I would come home and we'd sit around for a few hours and we'd do a few things together, but then we weren't eating until 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. And now dinner's on the table usually by 6:30, and so we have time afterward to go outside and participate in activities, but you're also not eating and going straight to bed. So we did end up losing weight that way, both of us. It also helped with my cholesterol and getting that down as well.
Okay. Would you mind sharing how much weight you've lost so far?
I have lost about 40 pounds.
Excellent. That's awesome.
Yep. He's down about 25, so the race is on.
So you said it's also helped your cholesterol. How has that improved?
The bad cholesterol, you know the specifics, I don't. The bad cholesterol went down, but the biggest change was that the good cholesterol went up where it needed to be. It was always a little lower than it should have been, and now it's within the range that it needs to be.
Excellent. So I know those are kind of the numerical results that you've gotten, but what other benefits do you feel from the changes you've made?
We both sleep better. We're more relaxed in the evenings. We both have more energy. Myself, and especially after losing the weight, I'm more willing to get out and participate in activities. We both enjoy kayaking. We do a lot of swimming, a lot of outdoor things. So now that you're more comfortable with who you are, it's easier to get out and participate.
Yeah, you just feel good about yourself, and you are able to do the things you've always wanted to do.
Right.
Awesome. So, what was the motivation for this change starting?
To be perfectly honest, it was the number on the scale.
Yeah.
You step on one morning and you just kind of look down and you say, I'm not happy with this, and I need to do something to change it. And the other motivation was, to be honest, it was financial. I got tired of buying clothes simply because the clothes that I owned last year didn't fit. And so the new season would come around and here I am throwing out perfectly great clothes because I have to go buy a larger size. Yeah. And to help with that, my mother actually came to me and she said, if you lose weight, she said, I'll buy all your clothes for you.
Wow. So you had a real incentive.
I had a real financial motivation as well as a healthy motivation to do it. And that helps to have a good support group.
Absolutely. Well, talk to me a little bit more about your support system. What kind of support do you have?
I have my parents. I have my husband. It's the family at home, but also here at work. The girls, we did the Pfeiffer losing weight challenge about a year ago, and all of the girls participated. And so now we're all more likely to, instead of making the McDonald's run, now it's the Subway run. Or we get together and say, hey, I'm going to bring chicken casserole for everyone. How about you bring, a side dish to go with it, or you bring the juice or something. And so now we do that, and we're all drinking water, more now than we drank sodas before. So they're very helpful. They've also lost the weight. Several girls in the department have dropped their weight as well as become healthier overall.
So since you're at work the most amount of your time, it really helps to have
it really helps to have them on board.
Excellent. So I feel like I know that the clothes have already been a reward for you from what you've just shared, but how do you reward yourself along the way?
I don't. It's not so much a reward as I don't feel guilty now if I want to splurge a little bit. Some friends and I went out the other night. I didn't feel guilty in ordering the dessert that we split. Whereas before, had I gone out to eat, I would have been like, oh no, I can't have that. We monitor our portions better now so that you don't feel bad if you want to have that dessert. We also reward ourselves I reward myself by just spending more time outside. To me, that's a reward. I felt self-conscious to be outside in a pair of shorts or a bathing suit or whatever. And now I don't. You know, I enjoy being outdoors. I enjoy being out with my family and my friends, and that's helpful.
Great. So the actual activities you're able to do are the reward in themselves.
Are the rewards, yes.
And what kind of obstacles have you gone through, and how did you overcome some of those obstacles?
It can be disheartening or challenging if you plateau. You know, when you're losing weight, it's hard when you lose the first 10 pounds and then it seems like it takes you another 2 months to lose any more. That can be very challenging. And you just have to stick with it. The challenges of exercise, I'm not in the habit of doing as much exercise as I should. I need to improve on that. And that's forcing yourself to get up earlier, or forcing yourself when you get home not to go to the couch and watch TV, but to go outside and participate. The winter months are the hardest.
Yeah.
For me. A lot of the activities that I like to do are outdoor activities. When it's cold outside, I don't like the weather. Below 60, I'm really not happy. So it's harder for me in the wintertime to find things to do so that I stay motivated to keep the weight off, to eat healthier. So that's the challenges.
So over the winter, what do you do differently?
Over the winter, I try to come to Five for Some. My husband and I try to do activities in the home. We try to stay active, whether that's walking on a treadmill or things of that nature. We will do some walking outside if it's not terribly cold. And again, it's more about not being sedentary, and also about the food that we eat. It's so easy to fall in the rut of stopping at the fast food joint on the way home, and we try not to do that.
Yeah. Well, is there anything that you would want to share with other people that are trying to make lifestyle changes? What would you say to someone?
I think the biggest challenge for anyone is finding the right foods to eat. It is very simple, like I said, to stop at the fast food restaurants. But if we could educate the people that work here and their families how simple it is to make some of the meals at home, and how cheap it is to make some of it. Because I just did not have the understanding that I could make a quality meal at home for the same price or less than what I could go out to dinner for at a fast food restaurant. And now I can have baked chicken or steak or fish, and if I buy it right, I can have a meal that's worthy of any nice restaurant, and I can have it at home for very inexpensive prices. And I know that's harder if you have children and such, but we don't, and that's been really easy for us. So I would encourage people to learn how to cook at home, and how they can make their meals, through websites or recipes and things like that.
Do you have a specific website that you like?
I don't. I've used everything from Campbell's soup recipes to a weekly recipe that I find on Yahoo or something. I'm very fortunate in that my dad has a treasure trove of cookbooks dating back into probably the early 30s.
Wow.
And so I'll flip through there and find a recipe that I want to try, and that's what we do. But yeah, I think there are several sites out there. It's just a matter of looking for them.
That's good.
I feel so much better each day when I get up, and that's gotten progressively better as the weight has come off, as the other changes have been made. That feeling of getting up in the morning and not being tired and enjoying my day, even if it's one day more that I get to enjoy that way, it's worth it. I would tell anyone who's struggling with the decision of whether they want to get healthy, even if that's quitting smoking or lifestyle changes of whatever type, it really is worth it. That one day can make a difference, that you felt like spending more time with your children, spending more time with your spouse. You can gain so many more positive memories if you can be present in the activities. And this helps. To feel better makes you more present in those activities. We got people to come out for a family reunion that had never happened before.
Wow.
If you're not healthy enough to go out there, you're going to miss those opportunities.